Hi guys, it's Shell, Heart of It All Custom Creations. Welcome back to another video. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. Hit that subscribe button to see future videos. I post new videos every Wednesday and Saturday. So today I'm doing a storm tumbler using alcohol inks and smoke. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm starting with a 20-ounce sublimation tumbler. I've already sanded it and cleaned it off with 91% alcohol. And I cut out these lightning strikes out of temporary vinyl. I got these, I believe, from Creative Fabrica. Everything will be listed in the description box below. And I'm just going to go ahead and place them around the top of the tumbler. Once that's done, I go ahead and light a candle, and I'm going to take this like butter knife thing that I have, and I'm just going to make the soot of the candle go just going down the top half of the tumbler. I want to get good coverage of this smoke effect, but not char it, if that makes any sense. I just want to be able for you to be able to see the lightning strikes when it's done. This is going to serve as like our storm clouds, stormy sky, and I'm just going to keep turning it around. I'm not holding it in one spot so that it doesn't completely make the whole part of it black, but just making sure that all of those lightning strikes are done. Once that's done and I'm happy with that, I go ahead and I take my weeding pen and pull off that vinyl that we had laid down, and you can see the lightning strikes underneath it. I'm removing this vinyl very carefully, even using my little skinny tweezers to not scratch any of that smoke effect away. Once I'm happy with this, I do seal this with Rust-Oleum clear coat before we go into epoxy. So I mixed up about 20 milliliters of the KS Resin Liquidy Split, and I am going to put this all over the tumbler. And I don't want a super thick coat, but I don't want super thin. So once I get happy with the coverage of the epoxy, I will go ahead and just lightly use my torch to pop any bubbles. And then we can move on to adding the alcohol ink. I thought I got decent enough view of what alcohol inks I was using, but they're really blurry, so I'll list them in the description box below. I start with this light blue, and then I move down to a darker blue. And with using the KS resin, it is going to set up quicker, so I won't have a huge amount of movement, which is what I want. I want control over it. So at the very bottom, I used even a darker blue. In the second coat, I do add just a little bit of black, which I don't show, but I wanted that bottom part to be even darker. So I am adding a little bit of heat to get some movement, but not so much that it's going to move all the way up to the top. And then I'm just going to use my glove finger and kind of work each of those layers into each other to kind of appear like rough water. And here I was trying to show you the colors that I use. These are all Marabu alcohol ink, but I failed. I didn't realize how blurry it was. So yeah, I will list those in the description box below, but any combination of blues that you have would work. After this cures, then I'm going to go ahead and add on the decal. I absolutely got an inspiration from a friend, just because she's going through some stuff, and I'd already had this tumbler in the makes and said something, and this quote came to mind. So I found it on Creative Fabrica and adding it on. I did a silver chrome offset, and then in a navy blue, I added the words, if I could ever stop. They whispered to her, "You cannot withstand the storm." She whispered back, "I am the storm." So I thought this was a perfect quote for this tumbler. Once this is all done, I am going to seal it, and then after it's dry, I'm going to add another coat of epoxy. And here I'm adding probably about 15 milliliters of epoxy. I don't want too thick, and I did reserve some for the waves. For the waves, I am using Alumilite white dye, resin dye, and it's really thick, and a little goes a long way. And then I do add in just the slightest bit of black into it to make it more gray. I don't want these waves super white. So I'm mixing that alcohol ink in, and then I'm going to go ahead and add the epoxy to the to the water to create waves. So I'm just reversing my tumbler so that it's coming at me, and just kind of willy-nilly just going all around, but not too much. And then once that's done, I do pop the bubbles, and then I'm just sort of messing them around with my fingers to get them wild waves. I did not want to add a whole bunch of heat to this so that it would end up moving up too far. So I am just taking my finger, with this being KS Resin Liquidy Split. It does set up a lot quicker, so I'm able to kind of manipulate it to where I want it to go. After this is cured, I do 2 more coats of epoxy and she is done. And I absolutely love this. I just think it's absolutely just gorgeous. But I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a great big thumbs up. And I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.